Hello and welcome to RPG Tycoon. I am the developer Matt Gamble here at Skatanic Studios, and I have a really cool announcement. The game is done. We will be launching this on the 12th of February, so if you're watching it when this is released, it's next week. Yeah, I'm really excited to show you. I've been working for the past month and a bit over just improving all of the new features, getting lots of content in, making it nice and juicy for launch. And just getting all the things kind of fixed that have been a bit neglected whilst we've been in early access. And yeah, as of last build, I was super excited because it was kind of feature complete. So the game now plays even smoother than that. And I'm really excited to show it to you. One quick thing I want to mention is, if you can hear in the background, this is the new title track for the game, which is only available to hear when you're on the title screen. I just thought it adds a bit of charm, and Chris has done an absolutely amazing job. And we are going to be launching with the soundtrack available on sale as well. So the game will be bundled, or you can buy the soundtrack separately, and it's not going to be expensive. It's probably going to be about $2.99, $3.99 on launch. So for players that have requested the soundtrack to be available, that will we have listened, and we're going to give it to you with this track included as well. So right, firstly, I've done a video on this already, but I just want to show you real quick the quest editor, which is a new mod tool that's built into the game at launch, which is going to let you write your own epic quests. If you want to find out more about that, there'll be a link in the description on the previous video. And yeah, it just lets you export them as mods without having to leave the game. So I thought that'd be quite cool. And yeah, basically the idea for this video is I'm going to show off the game and walk players through. I figured we'll play a long campaign. So not a normal duration campaign, sorry, and just show off all of the features of the game to players that might be interested in what's coming at launch, and also to players that are new to the game and you know, hopefully want to buy this from us and help us make more games in the future. So yeah, I thought we'd just have a nice video. I can chat about things and just discuss topics as we go through. So let's just jump straight in. As you can see, the background actually is much better at generating a kingdom now. I was kind of just playing around with that, and I've used some new code, which I'll talk about in a second. And there's just lots of new shiny things. So let's get started. Let's pick this one. So you pick a new save, and we're going to play on normal, and we'll play a standard game as well. See how well we do there. Keep objectives on. Should we play on sand? I do like playing on sand. I don't really play on. Should we play on snow? No, okay, we're gonna play grass, so I want to show something off. So there's this new generation slider. Basically, I've added a couple of new terrain type kind of objects into the game, such as rocks and different types of trees and stuff. And depending on the terrain style you have, it'll spawn different items at the start of the game. It used to previously just spawn trees, and that was not great. So it now takes a selection of some of these decorations and creates kind of not biomes, but it creates kind of like areas. So if there's water and it wants to spawn another tile, it'll calculate whether to spawn another tile of water next to it and try and create like a lake. So it's a lot smarter in the terrain generation, and it now kind of locates through different types of terrain. So let's come up with a kingdom name. Let's just hit the random button. Oh, I had a good one there. Sandmac. There we go. We're going to have Sandmac on the grass. That makes no sense, but let's do it. Let's establish. Here we go. So this is the opening screen. In RPG Tycoon, it is your job to manage and grow this desolate kingdom. You have a limited time to turn things around, and you're competing against other up-and-coming kingdoms to coveted award of greatest kingdom in the land. So that is the objective of the game. You basically have to finish your 25 years and compete and win against the AI. So all of your actions will score your kingdom points along the way, and when your time as leader runs out, the kingdom with the most points will win. There's a long road ahead of you, and you're going to need a hero in order to succeed. So purchase a hero quarters from the build menu above. Your kingdom awaits. Good luck. So one of the things I've started to do, or I designed around, was that I watched a lot of players kind of get stuck in, and they just kind of were thrown into the game, and there was all these buttons to press and stuff. So I've kind of negated that back just towards the beginning. I'm wary that it's going to frustrate some kind of seasoned players that want to go through some of these menus and stuff, but it's not massive. It should just help guide new players slightly. So we have the objectives here, so we're going to build. Now, again, I've added this, which is contextual menus. So basically, when you first experience something, I'm just aware that there's a lot of kind of mechanics of the game that could be quite tricky to get your head around if you're not someone who wants to sit and figure it out. So this is kind of like a cheat sheet, basically, to kind of explain what all of the different areas of the game do and give kind of a little bit of tips as to how to progress. And if you're a seasoned player, you can just turn them off because you should know all this already. But for new players, because I'm hoping that at launch we get some new players in, this should just ease them in a little bit better. And it was the alternative to me making a really hand-holdy tutorial, which I didn't want to do. But I think this is a nice little middle ground where it just explains each system as it appears. And like I said, seasoned players will understand it, but for new players, it should just help get your head around things a lot quicker, and so you don't have to do all that kind of figuring out, because some players, were having a really negative experience with that, and so it was quite clear that certain things needed explaining in a bit more detail. And although the help menu is there, I think some people always want it, where it should be. So this is to help those players out, and hopefully it does its job. So build a hero. Let's build a hero quarters then. Yeah, there's other things. I've improved hit testing like massively. There was some issues for a while of like making like things were just difficult to click. And yeah, so I've played around with the code and optimized a lot of code on the back end to get that better. I'm gonna put that there. Okay, so there's new heroes. Oh, and there's so much to talk through. A lot of, you'll see like a lot of some of it is just design cleanup. So I've made a lot of work to try and just make different resolutions and just clean up some of the screens and things and make it easier to understand. I want to see if we can find. I don't know if a Gadgeteer, maybe Gadgeteers, and I don't think Gadgeteers are new. Let's go with, although there will be a couple of new classes. I have added some new classes to the launch version. I've got a Rifleman now, which I'll come back to, and a Spiritualist, which I'll also come back to, because they're part of this. I'm consistently going like in circles of this thing's new, which means that this thing is new, which means that. So yeah, I'm sorry if this is a bit all over the place. I'm just really excited, and there's a lot to talk about. So hopefully I'll cover it over this video and or these videos if this gets long. So let's go with someone. We want to go with someone that's actually Teddy's really strong, and he's not that much. He doesn't cost that much either. I've increased the amount of money you start with just to be a bit more fair to new players. If you want to start with less, you can just play it on hard. Okay, cool. So basically, this says keep your heroes happy, and you're paying them, so keep them busy as well. So let's jump straight into a quest. And this is the quick quest system. It is. I'm just going to read through what these say basically because it's easier for me to just tell you. So this is a system very similar to the way that it's a little bit of Game Dev Tycoon, but more around the previous, like the old kind of board game Mastermind. So you have to kind of mix and match different combos, and you get results based on that. So we'll try a delivery, and so you have to take 6 things with you, but you only start with 10, or if you're playing on easy, I think it's like 13. So you have to pick the things that you think is going to be suitable for a delivery. So I'm going to go food. I actually can't remember half of these. Let's go food. I think tools, clothing, maybe accessories, stationery. Blah. I don't think any of these others are useful, so we'll just stick with that. And then you pick a hero that you want to send on the quest, and off he goes. And so his performance is irrelevant to the supplies that you sent. So you're going to get matched on both of those. And as your hero gets better, he'll get better results, which means he'll generate more happiness. But also you could be getting perfect supplies and get a fixed amount of happiness from that anyway. So they're kind of two slightly independent systems. So this doesn't actually equate to how well you've prepared, but it equates to how well he is actually doing based on his own skills. So that is explained in the little boxes in a second when this pops up. So, oh, all of those were wrong. Well, that looks like a delivery quest is useless at the minute then. So yeah, basically this is saying that none of these are worthwhile, and so we need to try them on a different quest basically, and try different supplies on this one instead. So we didn't get any happiness at all from that. Hopefully we got some from hopefully we got some from Teddy. Yes, we did, which is great. 3% happiness, or +3 happiness. And he hasn't leveled up, but he's doing okay. So, and we spread that across our settlements, which is nice. And this is basically the core of the game in which you need to progress. So you have these settlements that you're going to look after, and you've got to keep them happy. That's what this screen is about to tell you. And you got to stop them from getting attacked, basically, and just look after these settlements that you as a kingdom need to have responsibility for. And the more that you claim, the quicker you're going to grow and level up your kingdom and gain access to new features. And if you neglect them entirely, you'll just kind of sit on a stalemate and remain at the same level, which is fine. I mean, you can do that, but you might not be scoring the same amount of points because there's kind of multipliers as you level up your kingdom. And so the higher level you are, the more points you're going to be getting. So it's trying to adhere to different playstyles, which, again, you'll see more of that in a bit. I'm going to put a road down. I don't think... One of the biggest things I noticed from the previous build, 12, was when we put the clinic in, it was kind of heavily imbalanced to the fact that heroes were just constantly getting, coming back from quests and just awfully weak. So when they swamp, I think we'll probably need bait in swamp. And they were coming back awfully weak. And it was a test as to the auto generation of clinics and things, and just trying to get the balance right for needing to manage your heroes properly. So I've reduced the amount of damage they're taking on quests somewhat. And I think it's altered by the game difficulty. I think that's one of the stats that's altered by that. And yeah, so they'll last a few more quests now before you need to heal them, which means that you can kind of swap heroes out. And you should, especially at the beginning of the game, you should be able to make it to level 2 without actually needing a clinic. Because, yeah, so I've played around, again, I've spent basically this whole month just playing the game a lot and tweaking the different areas of things that have needed it. And I want to show you something really cool in the item system, but we need to get to level 2 and get some items before we manage to do that. And I would like to show off Epic Quest to players that haven't seen that before, that don't know anything about the game. I want to see that. So basically, we're generating 12 each month. This is our relation screen, and we can see in our relations out of them, they're all generating 4 each. If we keep them, if we raise their happiness, we could have them earning 15. So you want to kind of keep your settlements happy and get more out of them. So let's have a look at... so that was Swamp. We only got 1 right in Swamp. Okay, so we don't want to do Swamp either. Oh, let's try Mythics. Okay, Spell Scrolls, Food, Gemstones, Farm Equipment. I don't think we've got a good spawn this time around, We're going to have to earn some new quests and things. Which is also something I've played around with. But yeah, right, let me talk about the generation. So you can see we've got water that kind of creates these little lake formations now, and rock kind of formations, and trees kind of clump closer together rather than being randomly spewed out throughout the map, which I just think is a lot nicer. And I found when I'm playing, I'm actually kind of navigating around them because I don't want to delete them, because it lowers your attractiveness when you delete decorations, even the ones that are built into the game. So I find it really fun to just be like, oh no, this map is kind of slightly, different to the last one I played. I'm going to have to go left now instead of... there's usually a kind of pattern towards the way that I expand my kingdom. So I'm making more tactful. I'm like, well, that one's got a bit more space, and I like this lake area, and I can put this thing here and this thing here, and I'm really quite enjoying that. So I think that's hugely a nice benefit, especially in sandbox mode and things like that, when you don't want to have to do all that yourself, and it's all kind of in. So yes, sorry, for players that don't know, there is a sandbox mode. And it just unlocks everything for you, and you can just sit and build to your heart's content and decorate your kingdom. There's lots of new decorations and things, which is really ace. I'll show those off in a second. And we have some new hero messages when they're requesting money as well, because that used to say, I'm awesome, give me money. I feel horrible asking, but it would make a lot more happier if I had more money. I'm not going to pay you yet. We're not. When we start making some money, I will give you more money. But basically what happens is if they're unhappy, they'll ask for more money first before they get upset about stuff. So if you keep them happy, they won't actually ask for a pay raise. Like if they're unhappy, the first thing they'll ask for is a pay raise because it will instantly make them happier. And so they'd rather have more money than look after themselves, which I think is very similar to most situations. So right, we will level up. We could just sit here for another month and level up, but I like getting money to get us ready for level 2. So this is a hiking quest. Oh, okay. We might actually have stuff on it. Tool, maybe? I think there is camping equipment, but I don't think we have that in here. Maybe accessories. I think we need clothing for hiking. Stationery. Identification. Let's just try that. Go on, Teddy. So yeah, by now he would have like just been dead, and his condition has decreased a lot slower. I guess one of the things I probably should mention is that on the topic of modding, previously all of the game text was locked into the game because I was lazy. But I spent the start of the month, I wrote a whole blog post on it, which I'll link to. But at the start of the month, I took all of the strings out of the game, extracted them into an XML file, and so all of the text is now loaded when the game starts. So for people that I'm not going to, it's expensive, and I'm not going. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds to support official translation. Possibly it's something that will come post launch. I can look into, but we're keeping the game in English for now. But there is support for Latin characters, so it can be translated probably if you want to change the text. All of the information is now in the data files. You can just edit all the text in there, and the whole game will change to that language. I don't know how UI wise it should all fit, because I think I've set stuff to scale based on the text anyway. But yeah, if you're French, English, French, German, and kind of any other kind of Latin type languages that use Latin characters, they're all supported now. So feel free to go into, it's called strings.xml. That I think there's like 1,000 strings in the game, maybe more, and they're all editable and moddable. I mean, the whole game is I really wanted to make the whole game moddable as possible, so that you could do like in a total overhaul. So if you don't like the way that the hero menu says actions, and you want that to be like awesome things, you could change that term actions to awesome things instead, and that would be that. So I've really tried to make it really accessible to editing things. You know, if you want to change the icon from help to a rubber duck, and that could be the rubber duck menu, you can do that basically. So yeah, just a side note on that side of things. Okay. Oh, cool. We are gaining more followers now. We are level 2 as well. And I've added some new adventurers in this build. There's lots of little shiny new things. So first thing you want to do when you get to level 2 is get a shop down. Oh, man, I'm gonna crush those guys. Can I expand? I might be able to. It's a really stupid idea to expand this early, but I don't want to crush them. Okay, we'll put a tavern there. Actually, that's quite a nice place for a tavern. Cobbled road? We'll go the dirt road. Okay. And we could maybe build a second store. I think we're probably in the clinic. All right, we'll keep our money for now. We'll send Teddy on. And how was I wasn't paying attention to the combo. So we've only got one there as well. Ah, we need more supplies. What have we got? Okay, so spell scrolls is right. Okay, so what didn't we have? Food, gemstones. Okay, so did we take clothing? Okay, we'll try clothing. There's really only 4 that we can try. Bait. Did we take station? We did take stationery. Farming equipment. I don't think. Did we take that? Oh, we did take that. Okay. Do we take accessories? No, we'll take accessories then. Okay, so they're like tools, identification, screw it, we'll go with that. It'll be better than nothing. We know we've got one right anyway, so we'll get a better score just by doing that, which should increase ourselves. I kind of have this thing where I play and I end up just stuck at level 3 for ages because I get really into the quest system and I start doing epic quests and I kind of neglect. I think one of the best gameplay styles is probably to just build as many hero quarters as possible and just garrison heroes in settlements to keep them happy. But I just don't do that at all. And one of the other things is I should build multiple versions of the same store, but I have this need. I think I don't know. I don't like building multiple buildings together, and I should because it's fine, and you actually probably get more out of your adventurers for doing it. Which is, like I said, it's kind of open to different playstyles. So. Oh, how did we do? Okay, we got a repeat quest. We didn't get much overall happiness. but we did increase our happiness of our settlements, so hopefully we're doing okay. Right, let's build another. We can build another store now. What should we build? Fishing shack. We could build a fishing shack. That's new to the launch build as well. I'm just going to point stuff like that out as and when. Okay. Oh, I could put that there. Oh, I like that being there. Oh, that makes me happy. Let's put that there. It's in amongst the trees. Nice little weapon store. So we should put a tree in there as well. So one of the things that pops up here, that's what this is saying, is basically place decorations next to buildings, and it will bring adventurers to them. So we want to put some trees down. And this is your attractiveness down here. It decays over time, and will decay fairly quickly, but it's also fairly easy to get back up again. And it's a balance of trying to... I mean, it's like most Tycoon games. You've got to keep everyone happy, right? And eventually they'll just get bored of the same thing. So kind of by placing new decorations and things, you're bringing in new shiny things and attracting people to come and visit you. And you can just hover over. This is part of the... You used to have to like a really weird system where you'd have to like click on them, and it was just hard to follow people. And that's now improved. It's really easy to click on people now, which is something I should have done for a while. Okay. So I made this screen easier to read as well. This is the annual report. At the end of each year, you will be compared against your competing kingdoms and shown how well you're doing against them. And the greatest kingdom will be rewarded up here. And we are not the greatest. We are 4th. So we should probably fix that. How are we doing in awards? So we are the most amused, which is good, but we're not the most beautiful, and we're not the most popular. And we are not the most wealthy either. They have a lot of money. And or have generated a lot of money, so... okay, we need to go on a quest, because I want to hire another hero, but we probably need to do another quest. So let's do delivery. Did we get anything right? We didn't get anything right in delivery. I think we did in Swamp, didn't we? Yeah, okay, right. So let's at least try and get a new, fresh quest. I'm just going to click... we don't have the right supplies, so I'm going to try and find where bait is right. And that's probably the last quest he's going to be able to do, which means that we're going to need to build a clinic, which means that we're not going to be able to hire another hero. Never mind. Okay, let's get a clinic in, so that when he comes back, we're all ready for it. We'll fast forward the game pace slightly. And... excellent. Right, bait is still not in the right place, but we did get some monies, and we got some happiness from this. So I want to try and find out where bait goes, but we might have enough money shortly to... Yay, we've raised... Not just... So Albion just didn't like swamp quests. Okay. This is not an amazing spawn. So they're all randomly generated, so the settlements you get, and the quest types you get, and the supplies you get are all randomly generated at start. So there is an element of difficulty that comes from a bad spawn. So you might have a slightly better time. So let's send Teddy. We can't even afford that. Okay, we're going to have to wait and hopefully generate some money from these guys. I'm hoping one of these stores levels up pretty soon so that we can get a bit more money out of it. I have increased the amount of time, decreased the amount of time it takes for heroes to heal. So they'll be healing a lot faster. I think it's like, it'll be like a third or 2/3 of the time that it was. So it is slightly faster because I was getting frustrated by it. So I'm sure you all were too. But yeah, I mean, I kind of want to talk. So I'm really happy with the game is. As you can see, like I think it's more than I ever imagined it would be. I'm so proud of everyone that's involved and all of you guys for following along with this. Me kind of saying that this is the final version. It just means that it's the launch version. Because it's now definitely a content kind of thing. And it's really nice, and there's workshop support, and so hopefully some players will bring in some content, which I'd really love to see. I love seeing other players' mods. I think it's awesome because other people are so much more creative than I am, so that's kind of why it's all there. But are you tired as well? Oh, go sleep then. Yeah, and so I just kind of want to see. Oh, we've completed the objective. That's good. That means we've got money. And you've leveled up as well. Let's apply a upgrade. Let's go with upgrade stock price. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think that I'm gonna continue working on the game. Obviously, if there's bugs and feedback or anything that people manage to find or any issues, I'll be tweaking things straight after launch anyway. And I'm hoping to get more content in. Obviously, quests are really now, especially with the quest editor, they're so easy. I've started using it myself now to write quests. So they'll be going in, and so you can probably expect incremental patches. The update frequency is probably gonna be a lot slower, because obviously there's some other stuff that I can start doing now. But it's not the end, and especially if people love it and want more, then I will obviously make more stuff for this. It really just depends how well launch goes. But I'm not kind of abandoning it at all, so don't fret over any of that. We'll be making... I've got ideas for some new kind of content anyway, so... and it should be in free patches, so there'll be probably a mix. I haven't decided if I'm going to do any DLC. But there will definitely be kind of free content with new quests and things, because the more the better, really. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan post-release in regards to after launch. So right, so we now have money, so we can probably hire another hero. Let's... okay, alright, you can have your money. Right. Who shall we get? Oh, do we have anyone that's ambidextrous? Which is a new class trait. We don't. Okay. Oh, no, we do. Haha. I don't want Mary, though. She's really expensive and has terrible stats. Maybe we can have a spiritualist. Yeah, her charisma is stupidly high. Okay. And her intelligence is stupidly high. Okay, yeah, we're going to have her. Right. Let's give her a rope. Blip, blip, blip. And attractiveness is still good. Right, so let's go on an epic quest, because that's one of our objectives, and we will do that normal. As your heroes perform more epic quests, they'll earn epicness level experience and unlock more difficult quests. Quest difficulty determines the threshold. Basically, you'll see, I'll run through it. So let's send them out, and we'll get some quest choices. Oh wow, they're doing fairly well together. I think they're the first OKs we've gotten, so how are we doing? We're doing well for money. Okie doke. One of your heroes has over health of horses, and mid-gen it collapses, rolls down a cliff, and dies. Your hero manages to jump off just in time, but they're now left alone walking, should your heroes choose to continue on horseback. Shall we leave them alone to walk? Let's drop supplies and share a horse. Let's give this a go. Oh yes, we got 2 rolls. Oh, we've nailed this. There's no way, but yeah, we go straight away into the 17. Good old Teddy. And his stats. And she even got 10, so well done, Lauren. That might be Laura. Is it Laura or Lauren? I missed it. Is it Lauren? It's Lauren the Lovable. Okay, cool. Okay, our attractiveness is starting to decay, but we should be alright for a bit. We have quite a lot of money, which is good. We could maybe build another store. Let's build another shop. The more shops we get, the best. We don't have any food stores at the minute, so... Yeah, that's actually probably a really convenient location. We can maybe put some... we can put a fence down. Okay, we'll put a flag post at the entrance of the kingdom. Why don't we do that? Let's go with a... you can flick through these, by the way, and it flicks through different variations. Oh, yeah, let's go for... yeah, let's go for that. Okay. Go for a red and blue one. And then I'm going to put... These are my favourite things, are the flower beds. I added these in almost as a, wouldn't it be funny if I made these and then I put them in and now they're like my favourite decoration in the game. So, okay, cool. We've got items. This is great. So, I've rebalanced again that item drops are now really, really specific to the way that your heroes perform. They were just randomly done before, and for a really long time I'd been meaning to get around to fixing that. And I think it was one of the things I mentioned I needed to do in the post that I wrote earlier back in January. And I've finally done it, and I'm really happy with it. So, let me show you the new inventory system. So, it's pretty much the same, but weapons... Oh man, I'm quite annoyed because it hasn't actually worked, but When we get a bit more, you'll see. Weapons now have a rarity, and their stats are generated based on their rarity, but they also have a set of classes that they can be equipped to. So unless a hero is ambidextrous, only certain items will be able to equip to certain classes. So for instance, if you wanted to mod in your own hero that was like an alien, you could mod an alien in, you could mod in a phaser blaster and stick it so that it's only available to that hero. And I think that's just expanded the kind of extendability of hero classes and things so much further than it was in the previous build, and I'm really excited to get this in for launch, because it has let me do some really interesting things. So there's some new armor and items and stuff that you can attach. You can also add extra names. The names are generated on the rarity of the item, I think, and the level of the item as well. So if they're low level, I think the max item level is 5 or maybe 10. And yeah, the name will change, so the names will get increasingly better as items do. And we actually don't have anyone that can equip that, so we're going to sell it. Because money at this point is great. Knights, Valiants, Brutes, and Guardian. We have a Brute, don't we? Hooray! And he is the right level for it, which is good too, so he's now equipped to that. So, yeah, there's some nice modifiers towards items and things in the menus now, so I'm really happy about that. You're bored. Okay, you need entertainment. We only have a small amount of money, so let's do another quest, because we want to try and unlock a supply. So, in regards to that, one of the other things that I've tried to do is make supply drops more frequent and papers more frequent, and basically all the quest extensive items, so settlements and things like that. The chances of finding those items are extremely high now, and it will try and prioritize you finding those based on your performance. Oh my god, we're even worse. Oh dear lord. Okay. And so we will we will try to I'll try and see if we can get stuff, but basically you should be able to get as many items. You should be able to get items more frequently, is what I've been trying to say. Tripping up constantly. It's really hard to talk and explain and play at the same time. So I'm sorry about that. And I'm just in a mix of plays at the minute because I've got so much stuff to do ready for getting the game out. Yeah, it's been a really long journey. It's been 2 years of this. It's 2 years worth of it, and I'm really thankful to everyone that's helped out and given feedback and support along the way. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Oh, cool, we got cheese. Still no supplies, but we will. That's where I say, yeah, they're gonna drop more frequently, but hey, we have rare cheese. I think that just means that it boosts slightly more. It does. Let's put it on Teddy. Cool. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so he will be hurt less. Can we do one more? Are you guys going to survive for one? Yeah, you are. Okay. Let's do normal. We can probably do mediocre, you know. I reckon we can hit that. There's also a reward. There's a reward type now in quest options that gives supplies and settlements too. So you can, if you wanted to edit the quests and things, you can do that. And when you create your own, if you want to create kind of supply-based quests so that you get supplies more frequently, that's also available. But there's some in here, so I think some of these are related to that. You'll either get item drops or specific unlocks, and they're new to this whole system as well. Oh hey, strategist bonus. Love strategist bonus. Oh, we did amazing. See, and also because we have a collector, we gained a bonus loot drop as well. So yeah, I've really pushed up the amount of times you're getting items. I think I've increased the inventory limit too. There's just lots of tweaks that make gameplay hopefully easier / better balanced. So I hope it will come. I feel like it's a fairer system now. Hooray! And we got an item drop, which is great, which is what I was hoping for. And the fact that it's in the first slot means that the system's working perfectly. So it'll be in the first or second slot. So, oh, we got a bow. Can we equip a bow? No, we don't have a guardian. Okay, let's see if we can get a thief or a guardian next. Supply. We got junk. Do we need junk? I don't know. Maybe, but we just completed the objective, so we're good. And we need a library. We do need a library. Diamond, remove threat. Have we got threat? I don't know. Let's increase the health. So one of those can... okay, so you... Oh, you... Ha! in the middle of doing something, and they ask for money. I'm one of the best in the land, you know it. Yes, you are. Alright, you can have the money. We're making enough. Okay, you can go and actually recover your condition. And she's recovering her. Okay, well, that's cool. That's worked out well. I don't want to expand, though, because then I can't buy my library. Okay, well, we'll sit and let them recover quickly. And hopefully make some more money. And see how well this goes. Yeah, okay, now she's... Get her on the ready, so that... Okay, and she's probably just gone. No, she's not. Okay, go on. I'll just send you. Right. Steady. You are going home already. You're jumping ahead. You're jumping the gun for me. Oh, that's been upgradable. Let's upgrade this. Upgrade stock price. Cool. Okay. Well, wait for those guys to... Oh, wait. Ah, no, we have money. Right. Boom. We can put the library there. There's enough space for a library. Doesn't actually... No! Oh, we're not level 3. Ah, it was a waste of time. Okay, we need to level up. Darn! I forgot that the library comes in. Okay, we need to get some... Ah, no, Roddy Water's under attack as well. This is not going well. Right, let's use that to protect Ruddy Water. Okay, so they're now okay. Okay. In that case, let's get another hero that can be our, like, guardian, I guess. And, I'm gonna have to put it there, but then I can't get to it, which means I have to delete some trees. Okay, we'll put it there, and we've blocked that guy in. So let's get this, demolish this tree and that tree, and maybe we can put another couple of trees there. Oh, actually, let's put some water there. It's like a little foresty lake. And, put some road down, and then we got some hire someone. Okay, so you can be. I think we need a ranger because we can equip him. Oh, he hasn't. Wait, he's got to turn up first. Oh no, it was a level 2 item, wasn't it? That was what it was. No. Okay, so we need to level him up. Okay, in which case, let's put let's put Lauren because she's fairly useless right now. And then let's send... we have any supply, don't we? It's junk. I think maybe junk would be useful. Oh, we got bait. Okay, so bait might go in the 3rd slot. So let's take junk with us to see if that's useful. Put bait in the 3rd slot and then just take those for now. And then send Chris. And then we can send, while Chris goes to that, we can send Teddy to Ruddy Water to get them happier. And just protect them a bit better. And that seems to work. And then we're going to get money from the shops. And we can probably put another... I think we've got an accessory store. Yeah, we can afford another shop. Let's put the accessory store down and pop that there. And because it's next to another shop, it's going to get more appeal. Which means that it should generate extra income. So that's really good as well. Ah, bait's still not in the right place and junk is useless. Okay, we need to do more epic quests. I could buy a marketplace, but and like buy supplies, but I'm really against doing that. I like it as a system. I mean I put it in because like there's a reason I put it in the game. But maybe I will. I like spending my money elsewhere. When I have a bit more money, maybe I'll put a market in. I mean, it's probably a really good strategy to buy a marketplace as soon as possible, because you can start buying items. But I prefer more of the finding them. So let's get to level 3, then do an epic quest. I think that's the plan. Let's get to level 3. We are still doing horribly. We are catching up though. Paternum is only 20, if that, nearly 20,000 ahead of us. Hopefully, in a couple of years of game time, we might catch up. I mean, Adrolith is like double our score. So, there is that. But, you know, I think we'll be okay. Right. Okay, how's this going? We're doing okay. We are doing well. Cool. And I'll see how long this video. Okay, we'll maybe do a little bit more, and then I'll probably break the video up because I'm aware of how long this video is already. So while on a quest recently, one of your heroes spoke to a journalist from a nearby settlement weekly newsletter. It turns out this is one of the most popular newsletters across the land, and it actually made its way into other settlements. Your hero gives such a glowing review of the kingdom that adventurers are extremely excited to visit. Oh, sweet. So we got our visiting adventurers 25%. Blimmin' heck. Alright. That's really good. More monies. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, money. Oh, love it. Lovely money. How's our attractiveness is doing great as well. We are doing really well. And we leveled up. Huzzah. 3 points. Okay, come back. And then go as you're still not level 2 yet. Okay, you guys can go on. Whoops. Go on an epic quest. You go do that. Yeah, we'll do mediocre. And then we'll bring her back from there, and then we'll send her to Threepwood to just get Threepwood slightly happier for a while. I love that settlement happiness ties into progression. I'm really proud of that system getting in and working as well as it did. It has seriously changed the game up since it was introduced. And it adds a lot more challenge, definitely, to trying to get to those higher levels. It does make leveling your kingdom a lot harder than it was. Do we take the job? Yes, let's go. Yeah, let's take the job. I can't remember what the reward is, but that was good because Teddy got really 2 rolls and I got a 6. Ugh. Oh, we don't even have a... Ah, okay, we failed. Well, fine. Okay. How are we doing? We're doing well. We're doing okay. We're doing good. Huzzah! Okay. Cool. Right. And now Chris wants money. There's no more money here. Cool, okay. Upgrade stock price. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm trying to do a whole game and we're only on year 4. This might be a rather lengthy... I thought it was going to be like an hour or so, but I don't know why I thought that. I know how long a long game is. It's like 2 or 3 hours. So this may be like 3 videos or maybe 4 videos long, which is okay. I mean, if you're interested, let me know and yeah. I'll try and put them out fairly regularly. It'd be good to try and get... Okay, we're going to build a library. I'm getting distracted. I could put it with a... Yeah, I don't want to expand. So I'm going to put it there. And our attractiveness is now massively dropped. So let's put some cobbled grass down. And then one of the new items, let's put a planter down. This is worth quite a lot. Next to the houses. There we go. That should do it. Cool. Gives a fair amount. It's not too expensive either. Okay. Now we can do some research. So, okay. One of the things I've done to the research system is I've actually locked everything away. So previously, like as you'd level up, if there was an alternate version of, and I don't know why it did that, like why I didn't do this from the get-go. It was literally the case of changing like one line in the back end to get it to do it. So I could have done it from the beginning, but I just forgot, I think. But now, if you haven't unlocked a previous version of the same type of research, so this is the tree system basically. So for instance, if there's an ever expanding 2, you have to research the first ever expanding to get the second one. So it makes sense, obviously, and that's why it's now a feature. Right, I like settlement grant. I think that's always a good one to do first because we'll earn more settlements just naturally. So let's do that. Right, I think I'm going to end this video here. And this is just a brief insight, I guess, into what's coming at version 1 at launch. And I might have a part 2 video up later. I'm probably going to do another. I'll probably play more. I might not play for the whole full 25. I might play for 10 and just see how far we get. I probably should have played a short game, really, thinking about it, but never mind. We'll see if we can get how far we can get. Definitely. So we'll have another video. Probably in tomorrow, maybe a day after it'll go up. Hopefully, I'd like to have this done, whatever we end up doing here, by launch. So I'll just briefly mention there's a link below to join a Thunderclap, which if you're interested and excited about the launch, please consider. It's like 2 clicks and it just lets people know when the game is coming out, and it will just send a tweet out when the game comes out that the game is out to everybody. And I just want to try and make as much noise about it as possible. So if you're a fan of the game and you want to help support the release, then please consider just clicking that link and hitting Twitter or Facebook and letting it share on the 12th. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next video. And if I don't see you, I hope you enjoy the game when it comes out next week. Thanks very much. Bye!